morning and welcome to Timoni's Retreat and Sanctuary. I'm Reverend Christine Campbell. And today our service is concentrated on the wisdom and the longings of the mystics throughout the ages. The search for the beloved, the search for the divine one in all things. We are still and we are in the season of Epiphany, where light shines forth. So let us join our hearts and minds in a little moment of silence and allow the light to come in. Allow peace to drift in on your breath. Arise, shine, for the light of the world has come. Darkness covered the earth and its people. But now the radiance of the Holy of Holies light burns away every shadow. It penetrates and illuminates the darkest corner. This indescribable brilliance heralds in the start of a new dawn where your heart need not fear. Your soul may be set free. Sister shall follow brother, nation shall follow nation. All the queens, kings, princesses, and princes bow and remain still in the awareness and the honest, humbled by the infinite. Arise, shine, for the light of the world has come. Alleluia. The opening chant is, I will build this world from love. And we repeat it a number of times, so you are free to sing along at home. I sung this having a congregation to sing, so I will hear you through the ethers. I will build this world from love. Ya-da-da-da-da-da-da. And you must build this world from love. Ya-da-da-da-da-da-da. If we build this world from love, ya-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And God will build this world from love. I will build this world from love. You must build this world from love. And if we build this world from love, and God will build this world from love. It's our choice how we speak, how we act. We must build this world from love. For the world was created by love. I will build this world from love. You must build this world from love. And if we build this world from love, and choose wisely. And today, as we look at some of the mystics throughout history, we'll start with a short poem by St. Francis of Assisi. St. Francis, he was one of the holy fools for God. And as the legends go, he gave away everything. He came from a noble family, and he just let it all go. And whenever he saw someone that was in need, he gladly gave to them. And it is written that his followers, they could never keep him in close because he just would give them away. He'd give away his food. And that's because his eyes were fixed on the light of the beloved. He saw the beloved in every living being and in the sunsets of the earth. So this is the first writing, and it's called Wring Out My Clothes. Such love does the sky now pour, that whenever I stand in a field, I have to go wring out the light when I get home. I can just imagine St. Francis doing this, wringing out the light from his clothes after a day in the Umbrian countryside. He was in that ecstatic state with the downpouring of love that he saw and felt every second from the Creator. For light is love. Light is love made visible. Allow your minds and hearts to take in that thought for a moment. And this is his very famous prayer set to music. way you can shed some light and love, not by preaching, not by speaking, just by being. And grant that we may never see so much to be consoled as to be the one that consoles, to be understood as to be the one who understands, to be loved, rather be the one who loves with all your soul. Make us a channel of your peace. Where there is hatred, let us bring your love. Where there is injury, your pardon now. And where there's doubt, your faith and love. Saint Francis is truly one of the most universally loved saints by people who have never, ever entered a church or a mosque or a temple. We just know him because we know of his great love for creation. And that's because he always yearned and thought for the presence of love and light in all things. Hildegard of Bingen was another such mystic, and she writes about her yearning. Like billowing clouds, like the incessant gurgle of the brook, the longing of the spirit can never be stilled. And she elaborates, trust shows the way. I'm very happy to have here today a dear friend of mine who's an adjunct chaplain at the University of Pennsylvania, and she's actually a beautiful author herself, and she is going to read some of the readings today too. Jennifer Lipski.
Go to the Limits of Your Longing by Rana Maria Rilke. God speaks to each of us as he makes us, then walks with us silently out of the night. These are the words we dimly hear. You, sent out beyond your recall, go to the limits of your longing, embody me. Flare up like a flame and make big shadows I can move in. Let everything happen to you, beauty and terror. But just keep going, for no feeling is final. Just don't let yourself lose me. Nearby is a country they call life. You'll know it by its seriousness. Now, give me your hand.
Beautiful reminder. Go to the limits of your longing. And a further reminder that God speaks to each of us as he makes us, then walks with us silently out of the night. In a native tradition, they say, each one of us was whispered to when we were born, and those whispers gave us the original instructions. Sometimes people that speak that language go on to say that every being received the original instructions, and unfortunately, it's only the humans who have forgotten. So we trust that our longing will lead us back. Where charity and love abound, the Holy One is always there. Urbi caritas et amor, urbi caritas eius ibies. Take a deep breath as you listen. Hear the whispers of the wind. Know that the Holy is here. Charity and love abound, the Holy One is there. Open your heart, be not afraid. Become as a little child. Children are so full of innocence. Become like the children who at night pray. Come now, Holy Jesus. It's a child's chant. Come now, Holy Jesus, come into our hearts. Come now, Holy Jesus, heal our fearful hearts. Come now, loving Shepherd, guide us through the night. Come now, loving Shepherd, heal me with your light. Come now, loving Shepherd, guide us through the night. Come now, loving Shepherd, heal us with your light. Come now, Holy Jesus, come into my life. Come now, Holy Jesus, heal our wayward hearts. Come now, loving Shepherd, guide me with your light. Come now, loving Shepherd, heal me with your light. Heal us with your light. So open your hearts. mystique who has gained, I'll even say popularity over the last 30 or 40 years. Rumi, an Islamic cleric with his own school, and a prolific lover of the holy, and every poem and every prayer he wrote spoke of his love and longing for the beloved. So, O seeker, these thoughts have such power over you. From nothing you become sad. From nothing you become happy. Last night I learned how to be a lover of God, to live in this world and call nothing my own. I looked inward, and the beauty of my own emptiness filled me till dawn. The surface of the earth says, the treasure is indeed within. Your heart is the size of an ocean. Go find the gem hidden in your depths. But you have no need to go anywhere. You must journey within yourself. Enter a mine of rubies and bathe in the splendor of your own beautiful light. One who cannot open the door of his own heart is like a lover without a tear. You ask, who is this king? Who is this Holy One? Tell the world that you are the Holy One. Take that in for a minute. Just breathe. Poem from Rumi called One Whisper of the Beloved. Lovers share a secret decree to seek the beloved. They roll head over heels, rushing towards the beautiful one like a torrent of water. In truth, everyone is a shadow of the beloved. Our seeking is his seeking. Our words are his words. At times, we flow effortlessly towards the beloved like a dancing stream. At times, we are still water held in his pitcher. At times, we boil in a pot, turning to vapor. And that is the job of the beloved. He breathes into my ear until my soul takes on his fragrance. He is the soul of my soul, so how can I escape? But why would any soul in this world want to escape from the beloved? He will melt your pride, making you thin as a strand of hair. Yet do not trade, even for both worlds, one strand of his hair. We search for him here and there while looking right at him. Sitting by his side, we ask, oh, beloved, where is the beloved? Enough with such questions. Let silence take you to the core of life. All your talk is worthless when compared to one whisper of the beloved.
Soul, long enough
You alone are my heart's desire, and I long to live with thee. What is this wondrous mystery unfolding within me? I have no words to name it, for that one is above all praise, transcends all words. My reason sees what has happened, wishes to explain, yet can find no words to tell you. What it sees is invisible, simple, pure, unbounded in its majesty. I have seen the totality, received not in essence, but by participation, as when you light a flame from a flame, and the whole flame you receive.
That was by Saint Simeon. And another mystic that has kind of become more popular recently, Hildegard. Amen. And Hildegard entered the cloistered life at a very, very young age, talking only to her abbess and a scribe. And she had visions from a very young age, visions of the holy, but she didn't tell them to anybody. But in 1141, Hildegard had a vision that changed the whole course of her life. A vision of God gave her instant understanding of the meaning of all the religious texts and commanded her to write down everything she would observe in her visions. And this is how she describes this. And it came to pass, when I was 42 years and 7 months old, that the heavens were opened and a blinding light of exceptional brilliance flowed through my whole brain. And so it kindled my whole heart and breast like a flame, not burning, but warming. And suddenly, I instantly understood the meaning of expositions of the books. Her writings were prolific. She was a scientist. She was also a medical expert. She was also a consummate musician. And her chants are awesomely beautiful. They're hard to come a hold of in music because somewhere in the 70s or 80s, kind of the new movement going on then took hold of them and kind of distilled them. So they're very hard to come by. But if you can, take them in. So Jennifer and I now, we're going to read some of her quotes in between each one. Take a moment and allow the words to fill you. Humanity, take a good look at yourself. Inside, you have heaven and earth and all of creation. You are a world. Everything is hidden in you.
A person who lacks the verdancy of justice is dry, totally without tender goodness, totally without illuminating virtue.
Just breathe, take in the words. Even in a world that's being shipwrecked, remain brave and strong.
The fire has its flame and praises God. The wind blows the flame and praises God. In the voice we hear the word which praises God, and the word when heard praises God. So all of creation is a song of the praise of God.
The soul is not in the body. The body is in the soul.
The earth, which sustains humanity, must not be injured. It must not be destroyed.
For all living creatures are sparks from the radiation of God's brilliance, emerging from God like the rays of the sun.
Love abounds in all things, excels from the depths to beyond the stars, is lovingly disposed to all things. She, love, has given the King on high the kiss of peace.
Like billowing clouds, like the incessant burble of the brook, the longing of my spirit can never be stilled. Amen. Opening your heart. Opening your heart to the direct connection. Let us join our hearts and minds in prayer. This is the Lord's Prayer in a slightly different translation. O Holy One, Earth Maker, Pain Bearer, Life Giver, Source of all that is and that ever will be. Mother, Father of us all, loving God, in whom is heaven, the hallowing of your name echoes through the universe. May the way of holy justice be followed by the peoples of the world. Your heavenly will be done by all created beings. May your commonwealth of peace and freedom sustain hope and come on earth. With the bread we need for today, feed us. In the hurts we have absorbed from one another, forgive us. In times of temptation and testing, strengthen us. From trials too great to endure, spare us. From the grip of all that is evil, free us. For your reign and for you reign in the glory of the power that is love, now and forever. Amen. We come today, now gathered as a community in prayer, and we hold up our concerns and prayers and joys for each other. During this time, if you're viewing, or if you view this later in the week, please write in the comments anything you want to hold up. We go back and read, and we will pray for and with you. Oh, great love, thank you for living and loving in us and through us. May all that we do flow from our deep connection with you and all beings. Help us become a community that vulnerably shares each other's burdens and weight of glory. Listen to our heart's longings for the healing of our world. And now is the time where you lift up your concerns. And anybody in this room, feel free to say out loud any of your own concerns. We lift up all the children of the world, all the children that look to us, the adults, the primary people in their lives, to find meaning, to find love. We hold them up, and we ask that we, as their mentors and parents and examples, be able to shine the light of love on them, that we can model kindness. We lift up all who are suffering from isolation in hospitals, sick rooms, prisons, rooms of their own captivity, their minds. We lift up all those who live in violence and with the threat of violence. We lift up all those in the world, particularly in our country, who are struggling right now, struggling to feed their families, struggling to keep their businesses open, struggling to understand what is going on. And we lift up those who are so full of hurt, despair, and rage and anger that they are striking out. We lift them up into the light of your pure love and ask that some solutions be poured forth into them. We ask that each one of us may not add to the flame of hatred. We say prayers for all the leaders of the world, that they be open to the influx of wisdom. Wisdom for the good of the whole. We lift up the whole earth, all her creatures, the sky, the trees, the earth, the waters, the air. We just give thanks. And knowing, Holy One, that you hear us far better than we are speaking, we offer up all these prayers in the holy names of God. Amen. Just take a few minutes. Lift up what's on your heart, what's on your mind, and know how infinitely loved you are. You were created by and from love. And we've been speaking this morning of the search for the beloved, our longing to find the beloved. However, it's not just us who are searching. That which we long for is also longing for us. The beloved is always looking over us, wanting to bring us home, wanting to share love. We just have to open our hearts. St. Teresa and St. Catherine wrote this in a rather passionate poem called He That Desireth Me. He desired me, so I came close. No one can ever near God unless he has prepared a bed for you. 1,000 souls hear his call every second, but most everyone then looks into their life's mirror and says, I am not worthy to leave this sadness. When I first heard his courting song, I too looked at all I had done in my life and said, how can I ever gaze into his omnipresent eyes? I spoke and felt those words with all my heart, but then he sang again, a song even sweeter. And when I tried to shame myself once more from his divine presence, God showed me his compassion and spoke a divine truth. I made you, dear, and all I make is perfect. Please come close, for I desire you. That was St. Teresa, and this is St. Catherine. I won't take no for an answer, God began to say to me. Then he opened his arms each night and invited me to dance. Remember that we are invited to dance. This song by Edward Hayes, David Hayes, speaks remarkably to this.
My name, come and
Never be afraid. You are loved far more than you can conceive. Never dwell in shame. Never think that you've done anything so awful that the Holy One will turn from you. The Holy One is always there. Love is infinite. Open your heart. We will close with the benediction and blessing by John O'Donohue, Irish scholar, poet, priest, theologian, a modern mystic who in my eyes left too soon, but I'm sure it was the right time. So as you go into the week, know how blessed you are. May the light of your soul guide you. May the light of your own soul bless the work you do with the secret love and warmth of your heart. May you see in what you do the beauty of your own soul. May the secretness of your work bring healing, light, and renewal to those who work with you and to those who see and receive your work. May your work never weary you. May it release within you well springs of refreshment, inspiration, and excitement. May you be present in what you do. May you never become lost in bland absences. May the day never burden you. May dawn find you awake and alert, approaching your new day with dreams, possibilities, and promises. May evening find you gracious and fulfilled. May you go into the night blessed, sheltered, and protected. May your soul always come, console you, and renew you. As you go into the week, my friends, know how you are loved. Know how precious you are to the one who made you. Know there is nothing you can ever do that will separate you from the holy. And when you feel separate, sit down, put your hand on your heart and open. You will feel that peace and that love come in. The blessings of the Mother and Father, Holy One, the Divine Child. The blessings of the great wind that moves through all things. Be with you now and as you go forth. And we close in trust with the Lord as my shepherd. For you are with me, and your rod and staff are the comfort I need to know. And I will trust in you alone. And I will trust in you alone. For your endless mercy follows me. Your goodness will lead me home. And we will trust in you alone. We will trust in you alone. For your endless mercy follows me. Your goodness will lead us home. Your goodness will lead us home. Trust you are loved. Amen.